Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on a blogger site as an archive post thingy there, and on Patreon for extra support. I'm also available on Twitter for any kinds of updates and such, usually about live streams. It's when I do some live streams, I will post it there. Yeah, I didn't manage to get around in doing some live streams. It's been kind of hectic in terms of work schedule here and there, so I didn't have any kind of way of going about it. However, I here and there when I got a slot to record some stuff, I'm recording some gameplay series there. I also continue getting some issues with the microphone here and there. I don't know if it is software or something like that. But hopefully it's a little bit better than last days. And today we don't have, I don't have anything prepared to launch as an active gameplay series at this moment in time. Probably next week I will start then doing the launch of Dead Space Remake. What else? I think that's it. Again, when I cannot promise anything, but I'm intending, of course, continuing the Elden Ring live streams there. And the VOD should be uploaded between today and tomorrow. I'm not sure yet how it goes, but yeah, when it's available, I will publish the VOD from the last live stream when I had a crash. And again, just a reminder, I will do the next at least 5 to 10 live streams to see if I can get a baseline on just streaming on YouTube, to see how the PC behaves, mainly because my main concern is about the encoder overloading, because previously I was doing a live stream on YouTube and on Rumble at the same time, then plus recording on the live stream itself, then I'm playing the game, and I think that it's been getting a lot of issues with the live streams itself, because I'm using basically free the free encoders there. Everything is through hardware encoding through the GPU. So yeah, it's the H6264, the 265, and AV1 using all at the same time. I think it overloads the CPU, but it's the only way that I can manage to get around. I don't have like a second PC to stream or something like that, and I will not eventually have that for a long time. But yeah, I will do YouTube mainly because I can manage to get around on YouTube doing AV1 streaming and then record on a different kind of encoder. I think will be better. Again, when Rumble managed to get around and at least support 265 live streams or AV1 streams, I will change to Rumble, simply because from what I can gather, I have more views and usually more interaction through Rumble. But yeah, because I want to continue to play Elden Ring, and I will commit myself on playing on the live stream, I will continue at the moment on YouTube. But yeah, basically regarding channel kind of update stuff there, it's what we got now. And when I got time, I need to do like a proper channel update with a framework of how I want to proceed until the end of the year. But yeah, regarding news, we got some interesting news regarding TSMC's this thing CoWoS. It's like a framework, from what I understand. I went to the site to see if I can get, because there is no explanation of this. It's basically a framework that they have of basically it's the entire chip, from what I understand. It's like a framework of manufacturing chips, so they just don't do the wafer stuff and cut it and send it for AMD to assemble or something like that to complete chip. I think this, and it's also very specific to AI accelerator stuff, from what I understand. So basically it puts the chip plus the memory on the substrate there. I think it's like a framework that they have, and they will be updating, from what I understand. This got the CoWoS CoWoS. They got the variant R, L, and S or something like that. But yeah, they are basically, my main point is they are the entire supply is being reserved for Nvidia and AMD basically for the next 2 years, give or take. Yeah, which is I guess good news for TSMC. but it shows that at this moment in time, everybody's doing, at least the NVIDIA AMD. Intel, we don't have anything regarding this. Supposedly Intel has their own foundries, but yeah, they're not looking that good. They just, I think Intel um, needs to go to the drawing board regarding the strategy, because it's not looking good. Even from consumer perspective on CPUs, the 12 and 13 gen, no, 13 and 14 gen, or whatever they are, the last two generations, it's a fundamental issue. But the like the thing of crashing and stability issues, again, that's what happens when you basically try to brute force your way out of performance just by putting more wattage on the CPUs. And yeah, they need to start coming up with a different plan there. And in terms of AI, I don't know, they are more focused on the CPU side of at least not the AI, but in terms of server stuff. They're not. I don't see them taking a lot of advantage of trying to get in the AI accelerator thingy there. But yeah, at the moment is, I think it's around 80-ish% Nvidia and the rest AMD, from what I understand. Again, I don't follow that closely this market, but it's something that again, it might give us some indication how healthy the companies are, because they are putting a lot of resources on these kind of things at this moment in time, and it might give us kind of a broad idea of what they're trying to get around and do. Hopefully, at least on the consumer side, things improve a little bit. We got that thing from Intel regarding Battle Mage and Celestial, probably will be delayed, but we don't know for sure. But yeah, yeah, basically it's it. They just have their entire supply. At least for the next 2 years, from here until 2025, but it's basically till the end of 2025 and probably the 2026 also, from what I understand there. Regarding the consumer things, we got some more rumors regarding the 5080 and 5090. Supposedly the 5080 will come before the 5090. I don't know if it makes a lot of sense or not, depending on what they're trying to aim for there. Because this guy, Copite 7 Kimi, yeah, supposedly it says that the 5080 should be released first, which is interesting by itself. I don't think it's the first time that they do this, but yeah, I don't know. Probably they will launch even this year the 5080 as trying to get like high-end kind of a thing there. I will assume it will be almost at the same level that a 4090, and probably then the 5090 must be like a Halo product, no competition. Yeah, I think it makes sense to the point that because there is no competition on the 5090, even in their own portfolio, they might be launching 5080 first, because it might get the same level of 4090 levels of performance, give or take, and I assume we'll have an increase on ray tracing performance, an uplift there. Maybe that's why they will probably focus more on the 5080, and I will assume the 5090 will have a lot of demand. I assume, because people with money will try to go for the Halo product, but I don't see a lot of inventory going for the 5090, because there is no reason to just try to put a lot of resources there and money on developing a lot of stock of 5090, when they can get those kind of chips in other places, especially on the server sides and on the AI accelerators. Maybe they can get some advantage on that. I don't know, but kind of probably makes some sense here. And again, this supposedly, again, this is the speculation here. This chip, which is basically the 5080, supposedly should have been a little bit. Again, but it's a huge difference, like the double. Doesn't make a lot of sense here. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense because it's just a small uplift, recording at least with the chip kind of. We just have stream SMs. I don't know, stream whatever, and memory bus with. Yeah, given that yeah, this make a lot of sense here. I don't know if, again, this is all rumors and such. Makes sense in the point in the thing that basically the 90 class will like double up on the 80 class, which it will not make a lot of difference. Into yeah, I don't know. It's something weird is about this. I will assume that this will be a little bit higher, or else again, it doesn't. You're not going. You're basically competing against yourself here with a 4080 Super thing here, because in terms of uplift will not be basically anything here. Like I don't know, 5-10%, given the amount of SMs. Yeah, very weird the way they're going about it. But yeah, we have to wait and see the official announcements again. This all the information that is here, it's rumor based. So again, I don't know. Yeah, looking at these numbers doesn't look good. Might as well do the 5090 first as an Halo product if they're going to launch something like this. But yeah, doesn't make a lot of sense here. It will make sense if it was like, I don't know, the 203 has almost like at least 120-ish kind of SMs there, with a little bit memory bit a little bit better, in line more with the 4090, but it's like the same memory bandwidth than the 4080, with just a little bit more of SMs. Doesn't make a lot of sense here. Something might be a little bit off. But yeah, basically, supposedly they are, according to the latest rumors, they're going to launch 5080 before the 5090. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see for more official information. I think there are going to be some events, tech events. In the meantime, we'll get some more detailed information regarding this. In gaming news, Remedy now cancels co-op multiplayer game Project Kestrel, which was formerly Vanguard. They just scrapped that project again. I will assume this is mainly because they don't have a lot of resources to just expand there. And I think mainly it's because Alan Wake 2 didn't recoup yet the investment. Again, when you put yourself in a corner regarding publishing, especially with Epic Games, which at this moment in time has exclusivity there, people tend to forget that. I assume that I'm a normal case, that I just use at the moment in time Epic because they have the free games there, and I just claim the free games, and from time to time I just go around and play the free games there, nothing more, nothing less, because in terms of all the features and how the platform deals with things, I do prefer Steam. I got everything there. Epic Games doesn't add anything different except for free games here and there. But yeah, other than that, I just buy everything on Steam or on GOG. And sometimes I just buy, or if the game is really something that I really like, I buy on the both platforms, on Steam and GOG. But yeah, I assume that is because they didn't even recoup the money from the budget that they had for Alan Wake 2. Yeah, they just need to start scratching projects, and also by the fact that it's a co-op multiplayer game, it's a lot of resources. Then we got server maintenance and maintaining the game itself, and not all multiplayer games will be successful. And I think at this moment in time, it's a huge risk for them trying to take this kind of a chance here, because they basically trying to they bought the Alan Wake no Control from the publisher 505 Games. They just bought it from I don't know how many millions. So they now need to start off to cut up some projects, as for sure. And of course they are going to focus now more on Alan Wake and Control, given that they own those IPs, so they need to focus more on that thing. They are going for Control 2. It's in development, I think. Then you got the remakes of Max Payne, which also they own, at least Max Payne 1 and 2. They own in conjunction with Rockstar, I think. I'm not really sure, but they are doing the Max Payne 1 and 2. I think no, 3 is the was published with Rockstar, I think. But they are doing the remakes of Max Payne 1 and 2 there. Plus the Control 2, which I don't know the project name that they have inside there. And I don't know if what they're going to do with Alan Wake, even though, again, Alan Wake 2, I'm curious about playing that game to see by myself, but I've been spoiler free. I just been covering up news. I just stay away from gaming videos and reviews and the such and spoilers from Alan Wake 2 because I'm really interested in playing this game. But while it is on Epic Game Store, I will not play it. That's for sure. But yeah, they scrapped the multiplayer game there, even though it was in partnership with Tencent, which owns 14% of Remedy. Again, they decided it's best not to go about there, or else I think they might have a lot of issues, at least in terms of financial thing there. But Control IP was acquired by Remedy. Yeah, they required, I think it's 505 games that publish the Control game. You have to cut the expenses there. Continuing with rumor stuff, now we have Resident Evil. Got a little bit more stuff here. Supposedly, according to Dusk Column, it's been one of those that's been consistently throwing out some rumors here and there regarding Resident Evil 9. By the fact it's supposed it's going to be open world. Got a little bit more information. Supposedly it's going to be a fictional rural town on an island in South Asia Sea, inspired by Singapore specifically. So it's going to be an open world in the sense it's going to be like an island by itself. It's going to be interesting if it is so. Again, the latest rumors also supposedly is going to be announced throughout this year with the possibility of being the game launched in January next year. Again, supposedly it's not a direct sequel of Resident Evil Village. I didn't play the game yet. I only played Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and I made a series at the time on that game. But supposedly it's going to close this trilogy arc, like overall arc. So I don't know if Resident Evil Village has the same persons that Resident Evil 7 has. That's how I managed to keep out of spoiler from that IP there. But yeah, I will assume there is, because there is a soft reboot there regarding with the virus stuff and everything. And I will be replaying the Resident Evil 7 and Village somewhere. I don't know if this year or not. But yeah, to get a better sense of how this IP is developing, the soft reboot there. But yeah, supposedly the open world is going to be like an island by itself, so it's not huge. I will assume it's not going to be a huge sprawling open world like Assassin's Creed Odyssey or whatever it is, or Valhalla, which is a big one. But it's going to be more in line with an island, a small island by itself. Very interesting what they do. If that is true, it's very interesting because again, one of the things here is regarding the engine that they have in house, which is the RE engine or To the Moon engine, or whatever they called. The capabilities of dealing with open world stuff, which again also will be there is some rumors that even Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be also open world, not open areas, but it's going to be open world, and how this is going to be how the engine might handle open worlds or not. We got again, Dogma 2 is not best case scenario because the way they went about it, doing their own open world in the routines and the such, I don't think it demonstrates exactly what the engine can do, even though in terms of graphic fidelity it's pretty good, but in terms of performance, mainly on the CPU side, it's not that so good there on Dragon's Dogma 2. And speaking about Dragon's Dogma 2, we might get a new mod, especially new vocations mod. So new vocations including a monk, samurai, necromancer, and beast tamer vocation, and the mystic knight. Supposedly this mystic knight comes from the first game. That is something that it's not as on the second game. But yeah, yeah, it's a work in progress from what I understand. But yeah, there are already some videos here to showcase this mod here. Again, I didn't play the first one, and I will, when I can, go about Fragment's Dogma 2. Again, preferably when it's fixed in terms of performance issues there. And lastly, we got 82 out of nowhere. It went on early access, and there is a lot of kind of early access reviews, let's say, at least at the state of launch of the game. And it seems pretty good. Oh my god, this okay. Yeah, they got the technical test a few weeks ago. Ended by the end of previous month, and but now it's available on Steam and Epic Store, which is good. At least it is on several platforms there. Yeah, by the fact that even it is early access, there I think they're going to try and put early access around 1 year, or at least by the end of this year, to receive again the feedback from the early access version that they launch, and then make the improvements. And then again, this is not the full game itself, so it's like, I think it's got to, even though it's an early access, it is larger than the final version of the first 80s. That, at least that's what we, the information that we have. And supposedly you don't need to play 80s one, because it's very similar the way they're going about it, the gameplay things. The only thing from what I understand, it's the story is after 80s one, so I think all the gods and the things that you killed on 80s one, they are not available on 80s two, from what I understand. And this is the sister of the first guy. Again, names, I'm terrible with names. But yeah, they are going to, they have like a roadmap to a certain degree here. They are going to unlock new region, crossroads, cosmetic decoration update, and new main weapon. Again, this is very in line with the first game, even though the scope is bigger and better from what I understand. And the reviews of this early access has been pretty positive. But yeah, I will keep my eyes on this game, so when it comes full release, to check out what the final review is regarding this game. But yeah, it looks promising so far. And yeah, basically this is it regarding the news that I have for today. Got some gaming deals still. The Invincible. Oh, we got Polish Constitution Days. Okay. The Invincible is 33% off until the 16th. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. Integrate is the version for it's the PC version. It's just named Integrate for the PC thing here. You got around at least 1 day and on the date of publishing this video. We got Atomic Heart. Still around 55% off in all versions of the game. Again, this is one of those that I'm very curious to try out. Near Replicant and Near Automata both are 60% off, and we still have around 1 day or so to get this deal here. Yeah, 60% on Automata also. And finally on Hades, the first game, we got 66% off. Again, this is overwhelmingly positive. Got a GOTY nomination for 2020, I think. Yeah, it's one of those that will for sure will try out one of these days. Again, I will wait when I have some time slot to play this game, and then at the time I will buy it for sure. On GOG, we got Alien Isolation, the collection. Again, this is very good, still around almost a day, at least till the end of this day. Again, I do recommend this. I played the main game, the main base game there, and I made a series out of it a long time ago. I don't know, in 2015, 2016. It's on the channel there. We got also Deus Ex Mankind Divided. This is the digital deluxe edition. Again, 85% off, around half a day here still. And we got almost a day here for Jagged Alliance free. It's 50% off, which is better. The last time that it was on deal was 40%, I think, or 44%. So it's a little bit lower now. Again, I think this kind of games, it's up my alley there, and it's a pretty good one. And yeah, basically this is it, guys, for today. I will just wrap up with a plug on my Patreon for extra support as always, And that extra support at this moment in time is more in line for me to get a storage solution, for me to be able to get backups of stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, guys, I will see you in the next one. So till then, Kunamy Master out.